Assalamu alaikum students, how are you all? I hope all of you are fine and you are in touch with your studies and you are following all the videos, and I hope that all the topics are clear and there is no ambiguity. Now we are on the next poem, and that is this morning is our history test. We are going to discuss its book exercise, that is on book page number 25. We'll discuss comparisons, that what are comparisons and where do we use them. In the book there are some idioms given. Idioms were discussed, if you remember, in the summer vacation task, the videos that were regarding summer vacation task. In that I've mentioned in class 4th or 5th, I've mentioned the idioms, that what are they and why do we use them. These are some of short phrases we use in different situations. You must have noticed even your elders talking about it, that when they say, like, it's comparisons over here, but in English grammar comparisons are also called simile. It is called simile. So this is comparisons or simile. Now what is simile is that you compare one thing with the another. Actually you are trying to make the thing clear, make the person understand what do you mean. So I always give this example, that when a mother describe her very brave child, so you say that ये मेरा बड़ा शेर बच्चा है. It's not that the child is actually like a lion. Actually the mother is comparing the bravery of the boy with the bravery of the strongness of a lion. So a mother is comparing a son with the strongest animal, and that is lion. So mother says that ये मेरा बड़ा शेर बच्चा है. And if we are trying to tell that somebody is very beautiful, and we usually use them for girls, so we say कि चांद सी लड़की है, गुड़िया जैसी है. So this is actually, we are trying to say that how pretty that person is. So we use such kind of comparisons. Now there are some phrases and idioms that are given in the book, and we have to match them. So I've written them in one line so that you can understand that you have to write in front of it. In front of each, the definition which is given, according to that, which one is accurate or correct one is written in front of it. It says, now book page number 25, question number 1, it says, match the idioms given below with the description given below. The first one says, a person who is sure about what he thinks. So the answer is as firm as rock. Now when a person is sure about, you must have noticed there are people in our surroundings, in our family, in our relative. There are certain people who are very much clear about their decisions, and when they say yes, it is a yes, and when they say it is a no, it means completely no. There is no doubt in it. There is the decision cannot change. So it is as firm as rock. So if a person is sure about, the person is clear about his decisions, his dealings of life, so that person is as firm as a rock. The second one says a person who keeps calm is as cool as cucumber. Cucumber gives an impression, a very cool thing, full of water, and it gives a freshness, feeling of freshness. So if a person, in our society, in our family, there are certain people that they are always calm in every kind of situation, no matter what. If a situation is very awkward, if it is a difficult situation, if it is to be very happy, but there are certain people that they stay calm and they know that how to control their feelings and emotion, and they have this one attitude that they use in all the situation. Normal human beings, or if I talk about myself, in certain situations I get tense, in other situations you get hyper, in some situations you are excited, but there are certain people that they are the same in all situations. So that person is calm, and that person is compared with cucumber, that a person who keeps calm is as cool as cucumber. Number C is a person who acts fiercely, as fierce as tiger. There are certain people in our surroundings that they are very aggressive. They react to the things, to the situations very aggressively. So over here the comparison is done with the tiger. The next one says, number D, something which is definitely not alive, and that is as dead as doornail. Now you must have noticed the doornail, the nail is in it and it's dead. It's no feelings, no emotion, no movement, nothing. So sometimes when in previous times we used to have those telephones, and we used to pick up and we used to check whether there is any tone or thing, and if it wasn't working, we would say the phone is dead. So the phone is dead mean as dead as a doornail, as if there is nothing in it, no feelings in it, no emotions in it, no movement in it. Then it says number E, a person who shows no feelings or emotion is as cold as a stone. Now over here I'll give you an example. If you have experienced this thing, that if you have gone to a river or any other sea or anything, if you step in the water and you step on a stone in it, it is cold no matter how the weather is. If the weather is cold, if the weather is hot, those stones are cold. So over here it can be compared with people as well, that some people don't know that they should react to the things, and they are cold enough. And sometimes in our daily life you can say that ये इंसान नहीं है, इसका दिल. Okay, so we were discussing the number E, that if a person has no feelings and no emotions and they don't know how to react to a situation, so we compare that person with a cold stone, because stones don't react, they don't have feelings and emotion. And last one is a person who changes moods easily is as changeable as weather. Now there are people who change their mood very easily. We have in our siblings, in our relatives, our friends, that there is a person that you don't know when the mood will change, or when a person will react in which way, so you are not aware of it. So that person is unpredictable. You don't know how will that person react, how will that person give an expression to a certain situation. So it says a person who changes moods easily. So we say कि बड़ा बंदा moody सा बंदा है. So that is called as changeable as weather. It is compared with the weather, because sometimes it is a bright sunny day and all of a sudden it changes and it rains and there are clouds and everything changes. So even the weather is very unpredictable. You never know, anytime the weather can change. So such kind of a person who is very moody, that person is compared with the weather, that person is as changeable as weather. Now we'll discuss after this the next question number C part, and that is about conjunction, prepositions and interjections. Now there is a paragraph given on page number 26, and what the students will do, that they'll read the entire paragraph and then they will point out the conjunction, preposition and interjections. In the previous videos we have discussed about conjunctions, prepositions and interjections, and we will discuss it now in detail once again. Now we have discussed comparisons, and now we'll discuss conjunction, prepositions and interjection. That is on book page number 25. Now the question is there on book page 25, and the paragraph in which we will find out conjunction, preposition, interjection, that is on book page number 26. It says make list of conjunction, preposition and interjection in the passage below. Now it is the almost same passage that we have done in the previous chapter as well. but now this time we have to find out conjunction, preposition and interjection. If you have watched the previous videos that we have recorded regarding the parts of speech, in which we have discussed that conjunctions are the words which join two sentences. Preposition is a word which shows location or position of a noun, and interjection shows feelings and emotion. Now in this paragraph, I'll just read it out, and I have point out and underline. You all, the students, will just underline these words on the book so that it's easy for them. So it says, no one could pull the sword out, so the bishop sent men all over the kingdom. Listen, they cried, whoever pulls out the sword will be the king of England. Arthur's brother had forgotten his sword and asked Arthur to go home and get it. The house was locked, but on the way back, Arthur took the sword from the anvil outside the church. Arthur's brother saw it. Heavens, he cried, this is the sword from the stone, and he took it to his father. Now this is the paragraph, and the words are here. So conjunction is so, and, but, and. These are the words which join two sentences. Prepositions: over, of, from, outside, from. It shows the position of a noun. Interjection: listen, heavens. You can see there is an exclamation mark at the end. It shows its feelings and emotion. These are the words, just underline them. As we have discussed this in the previous videos as well, the videos of parts of speech. The things must be clear to you people. No need to go into detail. You just have to underline the things just to check whether the concept is clear or not. Now the other topic is articles. Let's discuss that. Okay, now after discussing comparisons, conjunctions, preposition, interjection, now we'll discuss articles, that is on book page number 26. Now it's a passage given where there are blanks given, and we are going to fill that. But before that, the student must know what are articles, where do we use them, and why is it important to know about articles. Now in English grammar, there are three articles, and they are a and the. Now for everything in English grammar, there is a specific rule. You have to follow that, and you have to place that thing at its particular place. So in the book, in the passage given, the student will place only article the in it. Everywhere the dash is given or the blank is given, because over there only article the is suitable. But a student should know what are the rest of the two articles and where to use them. Now there are three articles. It's a and the. A is used before consonant. Now beside vowels in the alphabet in English, the rest of all the other alphabets are called consonants. So if I say that, for example, a girl, now girl start with the letter G, and G is not vowel. So if beside vowels, the rest all the alphabets are called consonants. So you use article a before consonant. One more thing that is important, that is that we use article a when we talk about singular, when we talk about one thing. Over here the same example, that is a girl, I am talking about one girl, and one girl, before that I am placing article a. Then the second is an is used before vowel sound. For example, an ice cream. You know what are vowels? Students in class 1 learn about vowels. A, E, I, O, U are all vowel sounds. And before writing any word that starts with the vowel sound, before that you place an. Now article the is used with specific noun, with special noun. Now there are many books we can write about, but as we know that the Holy Quran is a precious book, so before that we'll write the Holy Quran. There are many rivers all over the world, but when you name a specific one, then you will write the with it. So this is it. There is nothing difficult in it. It's not a long or a huge